What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. So black men have been really suspicious of Brittany, the booty clapper Renner. And of course, you know, I was fooled by the Muslim garb. I saw that she stopped twerking and booty bouncing. So I said, you know what? Hey, she don't have any evidence of doing this online, so she must have changed her ways. And then she was getting hit up by a whole bunch of Muslim men in the inbox and dating as a Muslim woman. And so once that happened, she actually put out a video in which she was, looks like very perturbed with some of the messages she was getting. You know, she was upset and all of that. And so she decided that she was going to check these Muslim guys and put them in their place.
I have not been on a date since I've been Muslim. Now, there have been plenty of married Muslim men in my DMs, and just because it's permissible does not mean I have to sign up for it. I didn't come this far to be one of several, so let's be very crystal clear on that. When you go without sex for an extended amount of time and you are honoring yourself in a way that you never have before, you really start to see where people are leaking their energy, where they lack discipline. And there's nothing more unattractive than someone who lacks discipline. I like my men disciplined and a little militant. So when you don't choose you, there could never be an us. A lot of men think I need more of something to feel more. Baby, you need to go deeper. The only thing that can quench lust is love. The only thing that can quench lust is love. Please understand that. And if you have so much love to give and you ain't got no one to give it to right now, give it to yourself.
But as we all know, that really didn't work out, okay? And it didn't work out. Why? It didn't work out because Brittany Renner ended up being a side chick for Kevin Gates. We know some Persian lady came out and said he was with her the other week. Then Drika Gates filed for divorce, and so he came out and said that a Muslim man can do X, Y, and Z. So this is what, you know, she was saying, okay? And I really want to talk about this because this is so important. Brothers started to comment on this on the Shade Room. Chris Deal goes, all they do is play a religion. Instagram user D2 Grimy goes, she a content creator in a robe, that's it. Blissful Minds, you're one of several though. Psychedelic Hippie says, you're girl, you're dating Kevin. You're not gonna be the only one forever. So look at this. So turning Muslim is a new trend to unhole yourself, but you can be with married men while unmarried because Islam allows it. Nice, LOL. King Chad goes, Gates ain't been whining and dining you. King Jacob goes, right message, wrong messenger. LA Styles 22 goes, y'all act like people don't change. People change every day. She is allowed to change. That's what I said. But Just Jellies 83 goes, yet you're out here sharing a married man. Now, I mean, this is them, you know, if you see her hanging out with Brittany Renner, you know, he over there looking like, you know, he has that Elijah Muhammad style look, if you will, without the hat. And she's supposed to be his, you know, wife, even though they're not married. And she even put this last week, when Allah places something in your heart, nothing can stand in this way. So now we're using Allah so you can be a booty clapper. And my boy Seti Nash, shout out to him, he even wrote, ain't no way you wrote this. Like, even he can't believe that the booty clapping has gotten this bad. And I want to talk about this because, you know, I've noticed that even like in the church, I would notice this. I would see so many women, brothers, that was like excessive booty clappers. I'm talking about having choo-choo trains run on them. They would have like, you know, 3 kids, 3 different daddies and all of that. And then, you know, then you would see them, right? And once you saw them, you would, it would be crazy because they would come back and they would try to like rebaptize the cooch. And now they want to like become born again virgins. So all of that booty clapping, you know, they go ahead and get baptized and they get in the choir stand, they get in the usher board, and then all of a sudden that booty clapping past was supposed to go away. And I'm not here to say that for some women that wasn't the case most of the time, but I will tell you what I typically noticed. When it came to the normal dudes they was letting clap before, that wasn't the case anymore. So if it was the pookies, they stopped dealing with the pookies, okay? You know, and the Ray Rays, they stopped dealing with the Ray Rays. So then what happened? Well, I'm gonna tell you what happened. They started getting the cuckoo wet for the preachers, okay? So now the preachers, and if they couldn't get the preachers, the deacons. We had one at our church, at my home church. I don't even want to name the name, but it was a chick that had like 2 kids. Super big booty. Her daughter, she had a daughter that was still one of the most monstrous thick ladies I've ever seen in my life. And she would be all in the choir. She would be, you know, she's an old lady now, but I mean, the chorus, she would be talking about, I mean, she's just a great speaker. You know, she'd get on the mic and she'd be looking so holy. And then all of a sudden, they had to come before the church and make an announcement. So I come before you today asking for your apology. What happened was, you know, look, she's pregnant, okay, and you know, and he was off in that ass, okay. So now, you know, we need to go head on and we need to clap those cheeks, and we were not using condoms, so now she's pregnant. Now I wasn't shocked because I was maybe like 12 or 13 when it happened, but because the ass was working with something, right? It was crazy. But at the same time that the ass was working with something, she was acting as if she was holding out, but she was getting booty clapped up. It was insane. The booty clapping was insane, family. It was crazy. The booty clapping was interesting. Okay? So now, you know, now we're booty clapping. Now we're dusting it up. Now we're doing everything like that. But you were acting as if you don't really do that. But you do that. You are a booty clapper. Yes, you are. You are a booty clapper. You booty clapped it up. Yes, you did. Okay? But you were acting like you wasn't about that life, and you rebranded because the lady was on drugs before. She was on crack cocaine, and so was the dude. He was a deacon. But she came to the church and she rebranded. And we're not saying that things don't happen, but how do you explain it though? In Brittany Renner, all you did was just rebrand the cooch, because now instead of you talking to the dudes you don't want, you can go ahead and be a co-wife to a man you do want. Just like the lady at my church. She was turning down all the old dudes that she was smoking crack with, but if it was the right deacon in the religious setting, she could go ahead on and open those cheeks without a condom and then get lined up from the backside. It was okay. And the reality is that these people, men and women both, they are both perverting these religions. So they go to Islam, pervert that. They'll bend it up, okay? And men are calling that out. And you know what? It's a play. Like almost when you see a lady convert, just like extreme convert, then it's like, okay, you're living this completely different life like 6 months ago. And I'm like, okay, so you're doing this, like why? That's number one. Like, why are you doing it? So you're doing that. All right, cool. It's no problem. You're really changed, and that's great. But why are you doing it? Now we really know exactly how that works. Okay? You still gonna 304 it up and then adjust for it for the guy that you want. You can still thought it up for the man that you want. And even though you're not dealing with drug dealers, now you're dealing with preachers. Preachers are getting the cuckoo wet. Deacons get the cuckoo wet. Or dudes who you think are religious leaders now, or fellow other Muslim, can get the cuckoo wet. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, like in these church settings, they won't let you clap. Like the Christian girls sometimes, they might not clap cuckoo, but inside of the churches, the choir directors, and yeah, not all of them are what you think, right? You got some choir directors that love women. All they do is get clapped. You have religious 304s for just people in the religion. They're booty clapping just for them. And I know you don't think that, but it does happen. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea D. Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.